Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Lavrov and Blinken met at the G20 Summit in India. And it's very interesting because I've been reading, or at least skimming through articles and reading the headlines of various articles where Blinken kept saying that he's not going to talk with Lavrov while in India and during the G20 Summit, and that he was urging Russia to do this. He was urging Lavrov to do this, like a teacher urges a student or scolds a student. And this is one of the reasons why Russia, has an issue, because it says, well, I don't like that you guys, the United States and the Western countries, when you discuss issues with us, you discuss like we are somehow, somewhere not from equals, level. And they say we want to be treated as equal. And these guys say, no, we will not. And we're going to make sure that you're not going to get to that idea again. See, Ukraine. So the thing is, this article comes from a Russia that I'm going to discuss in this video, comes from a Russian media outlet. And Maria Zakharova, the foreign minister spokeswoman, very intelligent woman, very courageous, very smart, very knowledgeable. She knows shit, and she uses it with her brain very well. She makes a statement, comes out and says, well, Blinken was the one who initiated the meeting, the one who said that he has nothing to talk to Lavrov when he gets over there. So remember, this comes from the Ukrainians, the Russians. So let's see what happened over there, according to the Russians. So Sputnik, this is from March 2nd, 2023. Blinken wanted to talk to Lavrov on sidelines of G20, Moscow says. Now this picture is not from there, and this is not from now. This is not the meeting, because I saw this picture a long time ago. It says here actually Friday, January 21st, 2022 in Geneva. Yeah, I remember this one when they thought they're going to discuss about the... No. But anyway, didn't discuss anything. It's an old picture. Nevertheless, let's move on. New Delhi, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken requested, that's according to the Russians, a meeting with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov on the sidelines of the G20 meeting in New Delhi on Thursday, today, and they had a brief conversation afterwards. So, all right, Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said, and I'm quoting her, Blinken asked for contact with Lavrov. Sergei Viktorovich talked with him on the go as part of the second session of the G20. There were no negotiations, meetings, etc. End quote, Zakharova said. So they just walked on the sideline somewhere, met at the bathroom and exchanged views, and then bye-bye. The brief conversation between Lavrov and Blinken marked their first face-to-face meeting since the start of the special military operation in Ukraine in 2022. In July 2022, the two diplomats spoke on the phone for the first time after a long break. Earlier, the Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman said that it was obvious that there would be no official meeting between Lavrov and Blinken in New Delhi because the US is advocating escalation of conflicts around the world and has pushed diplomacy to the background. Well, that's been happening for 30 years already, since the fall of the other guy. It's only one guy in the parking lot, drunk, unfortunately, with a shotgun, loaded shotgun, and everybody is afraid to approach this person. And unfortunately, the U.S. diplomacy died right then, and they decided that their diplomacy is going to be based on reality, which is, I'm stronger than you, I will punch you in the face, because that's our nature, animals. And we think, oh, we're civilized. No, we're not civilized. We pretend to be civilized. At our foundation, at the base, we are still what we were, 5,000 years ago, and I don't want to really insult anybody then or now, but it's just I'm going to use Pablo Picasso that I don't like actually, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm just saying because my people say, yeah, he's no, but it doesn't mean that you don't know things about certain things, certain people, or that you might not like or don't care for. I don't care about Picasso. I think his art is crap. Let's put it this way. But hey, if you find it attractive, you're very sophisticated. Well, I'm not. No, anyway, I have a different preference. That's the only thing. And he said that after he was visiting some cave paintings in France, he came out and he said that we didn't learn anything. Talking about art. So we didn't learn anything with their artistic interpretation and expression and so on. I mean, on the other hand, I like Dali, which has a different kind of take on things, but Picasso, nah, not for me. On the other hand, I think that Dali makes you think much deeper than Picasso tried. So I like the real representation of reality. I'm a realistic, not impressionist or whatever other thing, realist. Anyway, not that what's his name, Dali was a realist, but anyway, he was not surrealist. So let's go back to these guys. They met, they talked, and believe me, if Blinken approached the conversation, which I think that's the way he approached it, at least that's the way he approaches is when he's in front of a camera or he makes statements, is that as I said, like a parent talking to a child, as the parent has the ability to punish the child whenever with sanctions and threats and blackmail. And if the child is already an adult, I don't think the child really needs, if we agree that Russia was US's child. But if you look at Russia's history and the US history, I don't know who was whose child. And remember, United States invaded the territory of Soviet Union. Remember in the First World War? Well, they came over the strait over there. They tried to do something against the communists and all that, which would have been a good thing, but they didn't do it because they wanted the communists to be pushed away. It was the same reason why the Japanese did certain things as well. You try to see what's going on, because if Japan would have listened to that evil guy called Adolf and says, no, you open a second front with Soviet Union in the east, in the east, then we're gonna wipe these guys out. And Japan was too concerned over there in their little things and with United States and so on. They didn't open the front. They didn't even want to attack or anything. Okay, well, we have to do it. Instead, they focused on United States of America. If they would have taken Soviet Union by two sides, Soviet Union could not bring their eastern troops to Stalingrad, to the front, and push the. But it was like always. The wars are conducted on resources. You don't have resources, and I'm not talking about necessarily only human resources. About resources to operate a tank, fly an airplane, build ammunition and so on. So anyway, here we have this little situation where Blinken wants to talk to Lavrov, and they discuss 10 minutes. I think what can you talk in 10 minutes? This video is already 8 minutes, 9 minutes. That's all. You can't really talk about anything. It's not really. I threaten you. You say, and basically, I think that's what the whole thing went. How do you think everything? It was, hey, did you change your mind? We're gonna kick your ass over there in Ukraine, man. And Lavrov said, yeah, keep doing it. You've been trying for what, a year already? You're gonna fall first. No, you, walking backwards, to one, you, and then left with their entourage. I always said communication is the most important thing in any kind of misunderstanding, regardless how bad the issue gets. Communication. So if they communicate, that's fine. 10 minutes, it's a good start. But if it's the same attitude, then okay, check back in a week, in a month, and see if the attitude changed. And how will the attitude change? Based on weapons. Who has this bigger? That's how it changes. The United States will not change its attitude unless it gets smacked. I don't wish the United States to get smacked. I wish the United States would be a little bit more, I don't want to say humble, but a little bit live up to its, values. It's kind of like you have values here, but here we don't have values. And as I said, I like a thug acting like a thug and saying he's a thug. I don't like a thug that says I'm acting like a thug, but saying everybody else should love me because I'm a nice person. I don't like that one. I mean, it's not that I'm promoting the thugness here, but I'm saying if you're that kind of person, I don't like that you also expect everybody else not to see that and consider you actually almost the perfect entity on the block, in the parking lot. Hey, am I good? Yeah, you're the best. Okay, man. Am I good? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, all right. Man, am I good? Yeah, man, you're good, man. You're the best. Okay. I don't like that kind of thing. And you punch and hit everybody with a stock and all that. And then, am I good? Yes, you are, sir. You're the best. But don't shoot me. That's how I kind of see this situation. And that's not how we talk about even equity and diversity. All this BS. Anyway. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It's a good thing this guy spoke a little bit while sitting on the toilet. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.